Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to reveal a banking secret that 97% of Americans are completely unaware of, and it's costing them thousands of dollars over their lifetime. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to make their money work harder for them? How they manage to build wealth while most Americans struggle paycheck to paycheck? The answer isn't that they're making drastically more money. It's that they understand how to leverage high-yield banking, products that most people overlook. I'm talking about high-yield savings accounts and money market accounts. It sounds simple, right? But here's the shocking truth. According to recent surveys, only about 3% of Americans have their savings in high-yield accounts. The rest are leaving their money in traditional savings accounts that pay practically nothing in interest. Let me put this into perspective for you. The average traditional savings account from one of the big banks pays around 0.01% APY. That's not a typo. It's literally 1/100th of 1%. If you have $10,000 saved, you'll earn a whopping $1 in interest over an entire year. Meanwhile, high-yield savings accounts are currently offering around 4.5% APY. That same $10,000 would earn you $400-500 per year. But here's where it gets crazy. The big banks are counting on your inaction. They're making billions in profits by paying you next to nothing for the privilege of holding your money, while they're turning around and lending it out at much higher rates. So why don't more people switch? There are a few reasons. First, there's the convenience factor. People stick with their current bank because it's familiar. Second, there's a misconception that high-yield accounts are somehow riskier or less accessible. And third, the big banks spend millions on marketing to create brand loyalty, while rarely mentioning their abysmal interest rates. The truth is that high-yield savings accounts at online banks are just as safe as traditional bank accounts. They're FDIC insured up to $250,000 per depositor, meaning your money is protected by the government even if the bank fails. And most online banks have made their accounts incredibly easy to open and manage. Let me walk you through an example of how much this secret could be worth to you over time. Let's say you have $20,000 in savings in a traditional account paying 0.01%. After 10 years, you'll have earned about $20 in interest. Yes, just $20. But in a high-yield account paying 4%, you'd earn over $8,700 in that same period. That's a difference of $8,680 for doing absolutely nothing different except moving your money to a different bank. And that's assuming interest rates stay the same and you don't add any more money to your savings. If you continuously add to your savings, the difference becomes even more dramatic. Now, I know what you're thinking. If this is such a no-brainer, why isn't everyone doing it? That's the million-dollar question. Part of it is financial literacy. Schools don't teach personal finance, so most people simply don't know better. They assume all savings accounts are roughly the same. Another part is that switching banks feels like a hassle, even though it typically takes less than 30 minutes to open a new high-yield account online. But perhaps the biggest reason is that the banking industry doesn't want you to know. The big banks spend billions on advertising each year, but they never mention their interest rates in those friendly commercials. They talk about convenience, customer service, their mobile app, anything but the actual return they're giving. you on your money. So here's my challenge to you. Take 30 minutes this week to open a high-yield account. Most have no minimum balance requirements and no monthly fees. You can link it to your existing checking account and transfer money back and forth easily. That 30-minute investment could literally earn you thousands of dollars over the coming years. And don't just take my word for it. Do a quick search for best high-yield savings accounts and compare the rates yourself. You'll be shocked at the difference between what you're probably earning now and what you could be earning. Another thing to consider is that this isn't just about savings accounts. The same principle applies to certificates of deposit, money market accounts, and even checking accounts. The big banks are counting on your inaction across all these products. What's fascinating is how this one simple change can dramatically impact your financial future without requiring you to cut expenses, work more hours, or make risky investments. It's truly free money that most Americans are leaving on the table. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Did you already know about high-yield accounts? Have you made the switch? And if you haven't yet, what's holding you back? If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe for more financial tips that the banking industry doesn't want you to know about. Next week, I'll be covering another banking secret that could save you hundreds in fees every year. Until then, remember, your money should be working as hard for you as you worked to earn it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.